Hello everyone! Today I will teach you how to make chicken paprikash. In the Czech Republic we call it Kuře na paprice. This dish originated from Hungary. We used to be part of Austrian-Hungarian Empire, so many dishes got inspired from all these parts. In Hungary they have it a little different. I tried it, I visited Hungary, and I do prefer the Czech version. So let's start with the recipe. Here I have 2 pounds of chicken thighs. This is 5 pieces. It has a skin and of course it has the bones. Then I have onion here. You can use small onion or half of the medium-sized onion. Then we will need 2 tablespoons of oil. Here I have classic olive oil. 1 tablespoon of paprika. Then here I have 3.5 cups of water. Half a tablespoon salt, and then we will need 1 cup of half and half. In Czech Republic it's called a cream for cooking. So it's not as strong in fat as whipping cream, so this is half and half in the USA. Then here I have half a cup of all-purpose flour and then half a teaspoon of granulated sugar. So this is all for the recipe, and I will pair it with amazing Czech gnocchi. So I will also show you in another recipe, another video, how to make them. You can also pair it with pasta or with dumplings. All of these work amazing. So let's start. First I will put salt on each piece of chicken from both sides. And I wanted to tell you that I do wash the chicken. Some people don't wash it, but I just like to wash it. So the chicken is ready, and now we can set it aside. Let's chop the onion. In smaller pieces. And I'm leaving the end in because this way the onion holds together. And then I just discard the end piece. Now let's transfer the onion into a pot. Add 2 tablespoons of oil. Turn on the stove to high and let's roast the onion. Mix it so the oil is mixed in, but you don't want to really keep mixing it because the onion needs to have a chance to roast. So now it's hot, it's on a highest, so this way the onion can roast nicely. And when you see some color on the onion, you can stir it a little bit. I see a little bit of color, so I stir it a little bit. The onion has now more color, so I will lower the heat to medium. This is perfect. And now I will add the chicken to a little bit roasted. And I turn it. Let's add 1 tablespoon of paprika, and I notice the ones in USA are not as red as the Czech ones, but that's okay. Now let's add 3.5 cups of water. I'll raise the heat to highest because we want to have a chance to start boiling, but we will still add more ingredients. Let's add half a tablespoon of salt. And now let's wait until it starts to boil. And let's add the lid so it's faster, and keep it cracked open. But don't walk away because you need to keep an eye on it. It is starting to boil. So I will lower the heat and let's boil it for 40 minutes, but make sure that the whole time it has the gentle simmer. And sometimes just come and give it a little stir just to make sure that no chicken is stuck to the bottom. For example, there might be a little bit of the skin sticking out like this. So what I do, I will turn it so it all gets evenly cooked. The 40 minutes are done. So let's see if the meat is soft. It should be soft. But just in case your meat is not soft enough, then add 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes. But this is good. So now we will be transferring the meat into the plate. But first turn off the stove. And let's transfer all of them. While it was boiling, I turned them a few times just to make sure they get evenly cooked. So now set this aside and let's continue with the sauce. I will actually move it from the heat because this induction stove will keep just cooking it. So I will move it and now prepare the thickening sauce. Into a bowl, add 1 cup half and half and half a cup all-purpose flour. With a whisk, let's mix it really well. Whisk it all together. Try to break up all the flour chunks. This looks good. And now we will be adding it into our sauce, but you will need colander. Do not use strainer because it will clog up, because you need colander with the larger holes, because this is thicker than regular thickening. Turn the pot to the stove and let's turn it back on. I'll put it on a low heat, and you will want to wait until it starts to have the little simmer. It starts to simmer, so here I have my colander. I will submerge it. I will have my wooden spoon ready because you want to mix it fast. So now pour it all in. Make sure it doesn't overflow. And now mix it inside and also outside to not create any flour chunks. Put it back inside. See what you have here? So thanks to the colander, it's not inside the sauce. I will try to mix it more. This looks good. And now it looks separated right now, but as soon as it cooks, it will mix all inside together. I will raise the heat a little bit because we want to have it boiling, but keep stirring because with the boil it will start to thicken up. And also last ingredient we are adding is half a teaspoon granulated sugar. And now let's mix it because the half and a half was cold, so now we are warming it up. It starts to boil and also it thickened up. So let's boil it for a couple of minutes and keep stirring the whole time. This looks perfect, so I will turn it off and put the pot away from the heat. I put it on a back burner which is cold and put lid on it, and let's focus on the meat. Now some people like it with the bone and everything on the plate, but I think it works better if I just prepare it, get the bones out, the skin out, and add the chopped meat into the sauce. So let's remove it. It had a time to cool off, so it's not extremely hot, but still warm. And now just put a little bit of pieces here on the plate. just discard all the funny stuff and the bones and the skin. Of course, it's still hot, so be careful. So now I will do all the work. Here is all the meat that I separated. So now we will add it into our sauce. There's plenty, which is nice. Now stir it in. And this is ready. It's so amazing and delicious. One more thing, if the meat is too cold, which shouldn't be because you're working pretty fast, then just warm it up a little bit and bring it back to boil if you like to have it piping hot. So I'm done and it's so amazing. I cannot wait. So let's try it. I have spoon here because it's easier when I have only one hand. But since the meat is in smaller pieces, it's so much easier with a spoon. Oh my goodness. This is one of my favorites. It's so incredible. The gnocchi are very soft and fluffy and they just melt in your mouth. The sauce is creamy, it has nice flavor, and then you have the meat that's also incredible and you don't have to deal with the bone. So I hope you give it a try, and now I go to the table and I will enjoy myself. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and if you try it, make sure to show me the photos and tell me how you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Bye. Oh, this is so good.